Hello, my name is Jessica Pritchard. I'm a business major at Northeast Community College. I recently graduated in spring of this year with my diploma in business, and I will be graduating again at the end of this semester with my associates in business. As one of the requirements for graduation, we have to take a capstone class called Applied Business Projects, and it kind of just takes everything that you've learned throughout your whole business program and throws it all kind of into one class. All your marketing, your management, customer service, accounting, all of it. And it kind of just goes into one big project. And so we had a team project. My team was Brianna, Cammie, Deanna, Linda, and myself. And we just gave our team name BCDLJ, kind of just went with our initials on that one. So the big assignment was to create a nonprofit company and pick a charity to raise money for. We had to create a virtual lemonade stand and come up with a business logo and a slogan and all the marketing aspects that a nonprofit would have to do. So we used we all live in different areas across Nebraska, so we used email to correspond and communicate, and we all kind of just started brainstorming different ideas for our name and our logo and everything, and I think it was Linda suggested Shades of Lemonade, and I think we were all just kind of like, yes, that's it. So once we had the name, we kind of just went with it and created a logo. As you can see here, we used a bunch of different colors and made it kind of bright and colorful and fun. We had some yummy looking lemonade drinks on there, and once we had our logo, we came up with a slogan, and it says, "Sip it yellow, pink, or blue. Add a shade of lemonade. Add a shade to your lemonade." So it's kind of colorful and fun, like our logo, and it rhymes, so it's catchy. We also created a mission statement, and this is just kind of a collaboration of all of our ideas. There's a little bit of everybody's idea in there. And it says, "We guarantee a smile with every shade of lemonade. Serving lemonade is just the beginning. Adding some fruit will make your day. Enjoy a refreshing burst of flavor at Shades of Lemonade." So we also created business cards. We all kind of used the same format and then added our own personal information in there. And we even have a legit Gmail for our company. And throw our slogan in there on the bottom. We created a letterhead for professional looking letters. We sent these out to sponsors asking for meetings or thanking them after they have met with us. Or we can use them to thank our donors for donations and things like that. So we created a brochure, and on the front it's got our logo and our group members on there. On the back it has all of our contact information and a little bit about our charity of choice. And then on the inside it's got some information about our donation, our mission, our slogan, and a little bit about us. And I really like brochures because it just gives your prospects a lot more information if you're really just on the go. You just need to hand them something quick so that they can get an idea of what your company does. So this was really creative for our team. I felt like our Shades of Lemonade is actually our donation levels. So if you wanted to donate $5, you would just pick the regular lemonade. If you wanted if you wanted to donate like $25, you could pick the lavender thyme. Or we also had a mix and match, which was like a free will donation where you could donate whatever amount that you wanted. Now you're probably wondering where all this money is going exactly. Special Troopers Adaptive Writing School, also known as STARS, in Sioux City, is our charity of choice. When we were first brainstorming about a charity to pick, I was thinking big. I was thinking like St. Jude's or one of the usuals. But somebody mentioned this one and they were thinking more local, which I really like. STARS has a lot of really great programs, and they do a lot of great things for kids. They provide animal-assisted therapy for kids with disabilities or learning disabilities, mental health issues. I think almost everybody loves animals, so for the kids to be able to just go there and hang out with the animals, they can brush them, feed them, they can go horseback riding. It's just really good for them. And they also have a canine assisted therapy as well. And a lot of the times the kids just go there and play with the dogs, feed them, brush them, take them for walks, things like that. And it's really great for the animals as well, because a lot of them are rescue animals, so they're kind of in therapy themselves. And the dogs just really love, people coming in and loving on them, and, they get to return the favor and love on the kids too, and it's really just a great relationship for everybody. So here's a little more information about some of the rescue animals. Gracie was a rescue dog in Montana, and they are doing so much better now, and they're healthy and thriving. So part of the requirement for this assignment was we had to ask for sponsorships. So we had to look around our local community and think of businesses that we would want to talk to be a sponsor. And we either were to use our letterhead that we developed and write them a letter asking them to meet with us, or we could call them on the phone. So my group created a phone script to kind of just have handy, so that when we're making those calls, we can remember what we're supposed to say and remain, professional and speak with them. So one of the businesses in the local community that really kind of is close to my heart is Masnick's Wells and Windmills. And the reason that is because it's owned by my father, Dennis Masnick. So I used the telephone script that I showed you before, and I called him and told him who we were and what we were doing, of course, and asked him if he'd be willing to meet with me, and he agreed. So he agreed to meet with me, and so our group created this PowerPoint presentation to use in our sales presentations with our sponsors. And so Dennis came over and we met, and I gave him my sales pitch. And I got ready for this presentation. I practiced with my husband and just kind of kept going over it, and that helped. The fact that I was doing a sales pitch for my own father kind of helped with the nerves, so I didn't really have to work on overcoming nerves. So that kind of made me feel more comfortable. But at the same time, I think in the real world it's good to have to overcome nerves. So when it comes to a sponsorship, there's a lot of different ways that you can do it. You can agree to donate a financial amount to the company in return for advertising on their social media sites. Or you could have like a sponsorship package where if they donate this amount, they get special VIP treatment at events and donor recognition and different things like that. So Dennis and I talked it over a little bit, and we decided he really doesn't kind of be an old school. He doesn't really have an online platform. He doesn't have Facebook or a website or anything like that. So he's going to donate to Stars in return for some advertising help from Shades of Lemonade. So here is a sample thank you letter that I sent to Dennis, thanking him. So it says, "Dear Mr. Masnick, thank you for your time to meet with me." I don't know why I did that. "Thank you for meeting with me on November 20th. Our group really appreciates you. Currently we have raised this much money for Stars," and just kind of tells them a little bit more about what Stars is doing, and it has all of our team members' names at the bottom, and then I signed it and I mailed that to him. So we were instructed to use GoFundMe and Facebook as our online fundraising campaign. GoFundMe is a great site for fundraising because you really just get your campaign out there in the public for everybody to see. And complete strangers across the world will donate to your cause. And GoFundMe and Facebook make it really easy to get your campaign out there in the eyes of the public. So I set up our GoFundMe page on behalf of the group, and It was really easy. I was actually able to look up stars in the list of charities and put them in there, so there was a link to their website as well so donors could see. I was able to put a picture of some dogs and kids from stars and a description of who we were and what we were raising money for. And then GoFundMe also gave me the option to share our campaign with all of my friends on Facebook, or send it to them like Facebook message, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, all the social medias. So that was really nice. So since we were instructed to use Facebook, that's what we did. So another team member set up our Facebook page for us. And here you can see where I shared my GoFundMe campaign directly onto our Facebook page. And throughout the weeks of this semester running this campaign, we all kind of the group members took turns sharing various posts on Facebook about different things. And it was really nice using Facebook because we were able to keep track of our promotional activities. We could see who posted what on what day, and it just made it really easy to keep track and kind of give you an idea of what posts were doing well and which ones weren't doing so well. You could see how many likes you had, shares, and how many people have been reached. Like on this one here, Brianna just took a post that Stars had posted on their website, and she shared it on here for our donors to see as well. And it's just kind of a fun little pet spotlight on a dog named Sage there at Stars. And another great thing about Facebook that I thought was really great with the business page is they use their math and their algorithms to help you advertise and get your business out there in the eyes of people that you never would have even thought of. So down here they have a button called Boost Post where you can pay for it to get it out there, and it says if you pay this much money then it'll reach this many people. So that's kind of cool the way they do that. I was really kind of surprised to see that our most popular post was something very simple. On November 15th, Brianna posted a quote directly from the Stars website. It says, "You don't have to be a client of Stars to be transformed by it." And it's just very simple but a very powerful quote, and I was really surprised to see that it reached 180 people. That was the most reached post out of anything that we posted during the whole campaign. So by the end of our campaign, we were able to raise $251.47 for Stars. I was really surprised by this amount. I really did not expect that at all, and they seemed really appreciative and grateful for it. The reason why it's such an odd amount was we had originally raised $260, but GoFundMe charges a small percentage for all the donations. They got to pay their bills too. The nice thing about GoFundMe was I never actually had to write a check or anything. When I linked them to our account, they are able to GoFundMe automatically sends them the funds once a month of all their donations. And then they just send us a receipt for our financial documents. So, speaking of financial documents, part of running a company is doing the paperwork and keeping track of receipts and expenses and all that good stuff. So, we really didn't have a whole lot of expenses, considering we didn't really do a whole lot other than online. We did have a few postage expenses for people who printed out their thank you letters for their prospects and mailed them to them. So I started an expense report and an income statement and added my stuff into it, and then I kind of just uploaded it for the rest of the team, and everybody just kind of put their stuff in. And it worked for our group. We all kind of everybody pitched in on every assignment, but I know, however, in the real world, that's not really how it would work. In the real world, you would have your different departments. Your marketing team would have been the ones to do the logo and the slogan and the Facebook stuff, and then you would have had an accounting team to do your financial records, your income statement, and things like that. And Of course, that would have been nice, I think, if we would have appointed a manager to kind of oversee all of the projects and make sure that everything was getting done on time and